Hello guys, I am trying to get this one out pretty fast right now because my school's almost home. So, there's no warnings on this one. I'm looking at it. This is Kit by Avvi88, Chapter 20. Ichiku slowly opened his eyes, blinking away to sleep. He was laying on something warm with a pair of arms wrapped around him. He instantly knew that it was his dad. The protective and safe warmth surrounding his entire body. "You awake?" his dad asked, brushing the hair that had fallen over his face while he slept behind his ears. "Mm-hmm," Izuku hummed, snuggling impossibly closer into his dad's chest. His mother never his mother never let him do something like that. Never did. Never did either. The bus the bus is almost at the camp. Maybe you should try to wake up a little before. Oh, sorry. Um, Maybe you should try to wake up a little before we get there, his dad asked, softly patting his head. Yeah, Izuku yawned, stretching his arms in front of him. He looked around, expecting to see his classmates, but was met by the wild pussycats and a child instead. Where's the rest of the class? He asked, suddenly more awake than before. They're out in the woods fighting dirt monsters. Probably won't be probably won't be at camp. Probably won't be at the camp before sundown. One of the pussycats answered, clearly excited about the whole situation. Oh, well, thanks thanks for letting me sleep instead, Izuku muttered, laying his head against his dad's chest again. Only getting only the only chuckle He only chuckled in response, flicking Izuku softly on the forehead. Izuku only scrunched his nose in response, looking up at his dad in Izuku only scrunched up his nose in response, looking up at his dad, betrayed. It took 5 more minutes before they got to the camp. They started taking their bags off the bus and putting them into the rooms that they were going to stay in. About an hour later, both him and his dad were finished and sat down together on one of the couches that was in the camp building. Izuku sat leaning into his dad's side, both of them just relaxing while they could. "Hey, Dad," Izuku spoke after a while of silence. "Yeah?" His dad opened one eye, looking down at him. "Do you think it's meant to be? Like, now we have a family of 2 cats, 2 birds, and you have to admit Papa kind of looks like a cockatoo." Um, Izuku remembered the last sentence. Blushing in embarrassment, his dad chuckled at him fondly, ruffling his curls. "Yeah, he does. I guess he does." "Izuku?" "Not Izuku," he answered, closing his eyes again. The sun was almost set when the rest of the class walked out of the woods, all of them looking exhausted. Izuku looked at him and suddenly glad that his dad had a soft spot for him. Hitoshi walked up to him, looking more dead than usual. Betrayed. Betrayed. That's all I feel right now. How could you do this to me, Izuku? Um, Hitoshi all but whined. Izuku burst out laughing. Izuku burst out laughing at his crushed friend's embarrassment. Not embarrassment. Exasperate. Hold on. I know this word. I've seen it. Expression. That's it. Izuku burst out laughing at his crushed friend's expression. Izuku looked even more betrayed at that. Before one of them could speak, his dad spoke up. Go eat before you take a bath in hot, the hot spring. It's going to be a long week, he said. Everyone running, everyone ran to get food, clearly hungry after the exercise they just done. Come on, Zuko. Come on, come on, Zoo. I if hmm, hmm. Come on, Zuko. I'm starving. Hitachi dragged um Izuku. Hitachi dragged Izuku towards the food, seemingly oblivious to the deep blush on his cheek from the new nickname. Coming! Izuku stuttered slightly, jogging to catch up with the purple-haired team. They ate together with the rest of the Deku squad, talking casually um, about whatever came to mind. When they were done eating, they walked to the hot springs to take a bath. Izuku Izuku was glad that Mineta wasn't in this class anymore. The, torn, the short teen reminded him so much of his old homeroom teacher. Still, Izuku couldn't stop the light blush that come onto his cheek when he was thinking about his crush. He could hear the girls on the other side because of his now better hearing. He he ignored it in favor of giving the girls privacy. Nothing interesting happened while they bathed. Kacha and Todoroki measured who had the best abs. Um, Sero cannonballed into the water. Kirishima and Kaminari um making Ida make bubbles with his part. Nothing surprising really. Izuku walked out a little early before the others so he could make make it to his daily cuddle session with his dad. Plus, he didn't really like water um after becoming part cat because he hasn't had nothing special today. He gotten some cuddles from his dad. He almost didn't feel off, just unusual tiredness from a long day. He walked into his dad's room, walking over to the bed and cuddling on to the older side. Hey kid, how you feeling? His dad asked, petting his curls. Just a little sleepy. Zuko muttered, melting melting into the cuddle. His dad hummed, pulling him a bit closer. They lay there for an hour, just relaxing in each other's presence, before Izuku walked back to get ready for bed. According to his dad, they had to wake up early tomorrow. They got woken up at 5:30 a.m. the next morning. Izuku, um, tired to rub the sleep out of his eyes as he yawned, and spacing out as his dad explained what they were going to do today. He already knew what they were going to do. His dad having explained this before the camp already. He was woken up, however, by Bakugo's screaming that followed followed loud explosions. His dad divided divided him. His dad started to divide the class into what they were supposed to be doing. Izuku being paired with Tiger, they walked into the woods they were going where they were going to train for the next few hours, working on strength, flexes, and endurance. For the next 2 hours was exhausting. Finally, after long hours of working out, he finally got a 15-minute water break. He sat down. He sat down in the grass, um, breaking out his bottle of water as his as he closed his eyes and took in the sun. Twit, his ears twitched at a sound of a stick breaking from the forest line. You can come out if you um you can come out if you want. I don't bite. Zuko spoke softly, knowing the little footsteps couldn't only the little footsteps could only be one person. Out walked Kota, the little kid that had been following the pussycats around. He had a scowl on his face. As he walked over, sat down a few feet from Izuku. How do you know I was there? Kota grumbled, looking slightly embarrassed at the fact he had been caught. My ear, my cat ears have let me hear better than a normal person. Izuku answered. Um, Kota scoffed, crossing his arms. Of course it's a stupid quirk. Kota mumbled. I've noticed you don't seem to like both quirks and heroes. Want to talk about it? Izuku offered, not wanting to overstep her line. It's just everything. It's about quirks and improving them. Everything is in black and white. Heroes and villains. Heroes go out, risk their lives, but they don't see what they leave those who love them behind. They die, then they leave, and and then they leave behind those they forgot. Izuku could see Kota, could see Kota's eyes glistening with tears. Izuku's heart hurt for the kid. You know, my parents are heroes. Um, every time, every time they go out on patrol or on missions, I think about the dangers. I think about the dangers out there. The chance they won't come home again. Come come home again. But then I think about everyone they save, and then those who get to go home to their families again. I know that they love me, even though they go out and risk their own lives to save others. I know firsthand how important that is to have heroes in this world. Not only to save others, but to give hope. My dad, my dad's saved me from an abusive household not long ago, and to think that they save um, others in the spot like I had. That is what drove me to become a hero. To save those who cannot save themselves. I can't understand um I can't understand how it is to lose someone you love in the way you expressed it, but I know that your parents loved you, even though they sacrificed their lives to save hundreds of others. Izuku explained. Kota looked up at him with teary eyes. Hmm, I read that wrong. Kota looked up at him with tears streaming down his face, pain clearly in his eyes. Why does it hurt so much? He asked, asked brokenly. Izuku wasted no time, bringing Kota into his lap, cradling the child. Kota cried heavily onto Izuku's shoulder, broken sobs escaping his mouth. Kota gripped onto his shirt tightly, his tiny fist turning white from the grip strength. It's going to be okay, Izuku whispered softly, running, running, running his hand through Kota's hair. It hurts now, while and and will for a long time, but it's just like an open wound. It heals. Yes, it leaves a scar, one that you the one that will be with you for the rest of your life. But the pain will go away. Izuku assured the child in his arms, hugging him close. They sat there until it was time for lunch. Kota had calmed down a while ago, but Izuku hadn't let go, hadn't let go of Izuku. Izuku had seen Tiger show up a while ago, but just gave, but, but just had given Izuku a knowing look before walking away again. And now that Kota was laying against his shoulder, completely dry from the tears he had done earlier. Come on, let's get some food, yeah? Izuku said, standing up. He didn't let go of Kota, letting him rest in his arm as he walked back to camp. When they got closer, Izuku was surprised to see one be there. Everyone worked on cooking some curry. His dad walked over to the two and gave them both a soft look. Tiger explained to me what happened. You don't. Why don't you bring Kota to his aunt and go help the others with the curry? His dad asked. Izuku nods, walking over to the pussycats and giving them Kota before he helped the rest of the class re- help with the rest of the curry. When they were finished eating, they lounged around for a while. Izuku was just talking with his friends, resting his head against Hitoshi's shoulder, when his dad walked over. What do you mean they're going into the woods? Shota, I don't have time. Oh, Shota all but demanded. The pussycats had just talked to Vlad before they came over to Shota, informing him about their change of plans. It's only it's instead of theoretics, they're going they're going to be doing tomorrow's training in the woods with the class and take theoretics tomorrow. His father explained. Shota sighed before he walked off, now having to find his son. They were originally going to do the scare training in the woods tomorrow, but if that had changed to the day, Izuku had would run out of energy fast. Yes, he would be able to get through the exercise, but just barely. When Shota walked up to his kit with the rest of his friends, he walked up to the group. Izuku, could you come with me for a second? Shota asked, and Izuku nodded, following him behind. What's up? Apparently there's a change in plans, and you're going to be going to Words today instead of tomorrow. Shota sighed, pinching the bridge of his nose. Oh, I think I have enough energy to get through the exercise. I could spend most, um, I could spend a little more time with you afterwards, right? And Tsukudu looked up and at him, looked at him with his hopeful eyes. Shota hesitated for a moment. Okay, only if you promise to turn around when you start feeling off. I cannot have you drop in the middle in the woods and not able to get you, Shota explained. Before Izuku nodded. Izuku nodded before his face lit up. Maybe if I went with Hitoshi, I could hold his hand um I could hold his hand through the exercise. But that way I will still have a um a consistent level. Good idea. You should go now. Shota ruffled Izuku's curls before letting the teen off. The ball's right here. I'll be back later. When it is sunset, Shota explained the exercise before letting the first group go into the woods. Just as he was about to send Izuku and Hitoshi, three people Shota have heard um, the under from his underground job jumped them from above. Magna, Spinner, and Toga attacked them, clearly trying to split them up to get an easy attack. Izuku ran over to him. Hitoshi moved into the woods to warn the class um, that was in the woods. The two targets are at the start. Um, Shota heard Spinner say, most likely, into an earpiece. Stay by me, Shota ordered. Shota ordered Izuku. Just as he was about to send Izuku and Hitoshi, three three people have three people Shota had heard from his underground job from jumped them from above. Magne, Spinner, and Toga attacked them, clearly trying to split them up to get an easy attack. Izuku ran over to him. Hitoshi moved into the woods to warn the class that was in the woods. Two targets are at the start. Shota heard Spinner say, most likely into an earpiece. Stay by me, Shota ordered Izuku. His kit nodded in response, joining in on the fight. After 5 minutes of back and forth fighting, Shota saw a black cape from the corner of his eye before everything went black. Izuku disappeared right in front of his eyes. The last thing he saw. I know. I hope you enjoyed this. It actually took me 2 days to record this. I finished recording this on Friday. So, I hope y'all hear my voice right now. We had a pep rally, so my voice is kind of sore at the moment. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Alright, see y'all later. Next part. should be coming on Tuesday. Um, Tuesday is when the next part should be coming out. I should be able to put out two. I might not actually put out two. I might just put out one chapter this week and redo another fic that I've been meaning to redo. But besides that, hope you guys enjoyed.